Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another installment of my handbag collection. This is part 2 of my entire luxury designer handbag collection. If you haven't seen the first one, I will include a link to that in the info bar. But in this video, I will be sharing with you guys my Louis Vuitton handbag collection. This is clearly the biggest part of my handbag collection. I've got more Louis Vuitton bags than I guess Chanel or any other brand, and that's primarily because that's where I started. Louis Vuitton was the very first ever designer that I purchased a luxury handbag from, and I was obsessed when I first started buying from Louis Vuitton. Like, you have no idea. This can get very addictive very quickly, and I had no clue what I was getting myself into, but yeah, so that's why I have so many Louis Vuitton handbags with me at the moment, and believe it or not, I've actually culled it down a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And seeing it all in front of me now, I realize I do still need to really edit it down, but you know, seller's remorse is probably one of the worst things. So I figured I'd do this video for you guys now. It's going to be a lengthy one, so I'm going to try and get through it as quickly as I can, but I will have a part 3 coming up as well. So if you are new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next handbag collection video that I will be uploading. It will be a part 3 where I include my miscellaneous luxury handbags, including Celine, Balenciaga, Dior, just other designer brands that I have handbags from. So if you love handbag videos, you definitely don't want to miss out on that. So subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're a fellow subscriber, welcome. Thank you again for joining me in this video. I quickly just want to put a disclaimer out there. Obviously, if you follow me for a while, you guys would know I work full-time as a doctor, and I sort of do YouTube in my spare time. So nearly all of them are items that I purchased myself with my hard-earned money. There's no like sugar mama, sugar papa that we're talking about here. It's just hard work, and you know, if this is something that is offensive to you or you don't enjoy it, you really just have to click out. Like, babe, what are you doing? Just hit that X button and get out of the video. You do not have to put yourself through this. There are a lot of other videos that you can go and check out on my channel if you know, this really isn't your cup of tea. But you know, maybe it might even just inspire you to work hard, because this is all a result of hard work and dedication, my friend. But yeah, just wanted to put it out there. You know, it's my money, I worked hard for it, and this is what I like to spend it on. So that is it. That's all I have to say. Let's get on to the bags. So the first bag that I will start off with is the very first bag that I did purchase. This is the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 Bandouliere in the Monogram, and very first ever designer handbag purchase. This was after I had worked really hard and, you know, got myself some hard-earned money for being a junior doctor for the very first time. And so this was what I bought out of it. I decided on the 30 because it was a really nice size, and initially I actually really wanted to get the Damier Ebene, but when I saw the Monogram, I just fell in love. I love the combination of the Pochette against the Monogram, and I had always wanted this bag ever since I went to Japan. And I actually went to Japan as an exchange student. I stayed a year there during my gap year, which is after you finish high school, and my host sister actually had a classic Speedy in the size 30, and when I saw it and how it just like elevated all of her looks, I was just like, wow, that's what it's like to own a luxury handbag. And I knew I wanted to get one eventually. So now I'm looking back, she was like 16, 17, and she had her first designer handbag, which is just insane. But anyways, I was like about 24 or 25 when I got this. I can't quite remember. Just remember when I first got this, I was petrified of touching it because of the Pochette. I even purchased Loving My Bag so that I wouldn't be afraid of using this bag. The jury's sort of out as to whether or not it actually helped with the patina of this bag, because I mean, since having a few more bags with Pochette, I'm a lot more comfortable handling like the natural cowhide leather. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to make a bag functional for you. So if it meant that I could use it, I think it was probably still a good thing to do. So, and I've not had any issues since I've put the Loving My Bags products on this item. So that's that one. The second item I actually purchased is this. You would have seen this in my vintage designer bag collection, also my best pre-owned luxury handbag collection, but this is my very first pre-owned bag. This is the Montsouris and this was a discontinued piece when I went to purchase it. I had seen it once before, but I didn't realize like what the brand was until I saw it in one of Jerushu's videos, and then I went on a mad hunt for it. I was able to actually purchase this from a private seller for a pretty good deal of 600 Australian dollars, but because it was my first ever secondhand designer purchase, I was so nervous. I asked her about 1,000,001 questions. I authenticated it about 3 times. I went through every little detail. I compared it to every little sort of Montsouris bag pictures that I could find. Obviously now that I'm a lot more comfortable with like secondhand items and Louis Vuitton especially, it's so much more obvious now to me when something's authentic and when something's not. But I do remember feeling just absolutely petrified that I was going to get a fake item. But this is just in amazing condition. This is probably one of the only like Louis Vuitton bags that I really do baby, because I just think it looks beautiful. I think everything about it is perfect. The patina on this is perfect. There's not a lot of watermarks or stains that I'm you know, too concerned about, and I sort of want to keep it that way. I just think that this is such a beautiful bag, and I definitely will have this forever. It's just gorgeous. So I love this one. So this is the third Louis Vuitton handbag that I got. It is the Neverfull GM in the Monogram. I know that there's like that huge debate as to whether to get a Speedy or to get a Neverfull as your first handbag, but the Speedy to me, for sentimental reason, was the one that I really wanted. To me, that was like the quintessential Louis Vuitton like handbag. It was just the classic for me and the one that I was definitely going to get first. But after seeing a lot of reviews on the Neverfull, I really wanted to get that one as well. So I sort of went mental looking at the different handbag reviews on the Neverfulls, because I couldn't decide between the MM and the GM for the longest time. Eventually I did decide on the GM, and I went with the Neverfull because of the straps, which was so much more comfier, and I just loved how this bag looked really slouchy. I saw how you could convert it and make it like into a smaller bag, which I really liked, and I just thought that bang for your buck, this is a lot more versatile, and you know, you could wear it in so many more different ways. And honestly, I did actually wear this quite a lot when I first got it, but I haven't really reached for it since. At the moment, I do use this more for travel, or if I'm like going to a sleepover, or there are occasions where I need to carry around like clothes when we go for shoots, and I need to carry like spare shoes, a change of clothes, extra bags. This comes in really handy, but in terms of everyday, even as a work bag, it is quite a big bag. But I don't think I will be letting go of this one anytime soon, just because it is such a classic, and I really think long and hard about my bags before I sort of consider selling them, because I think seller's regret is one of the worst things, and bags go up in price, so I really don't want to have to pay more just to repurchase it. But I do really like this bag, and sometimes I do wear it out every now and then on an everyday occasion, but I definitely don't wear it sort of open like this. I definitely tuck it in when I'm wearing it. The next handbag that I purchased was this. Now this is the Louis Vuitton Eva clutch. This is in the Damier Ebene. I purchased this because the handbags I had so far were all in Monogram, and I really wanted something that was small and I could wear as crossbody. This was like the perfect day to night bag at the time. I love that it had this sort of gold plaque design there, which made it a little bit more dressy. Granted, some people do feel like it's an oversized like pencil case, but you know, that's fine. I wore this so many times just going out for weddings, for special occasions, and then I loved how it came with a crossbody strap so that you could wear it as a shoulder bag as well. I haven't worn this as much lately because I just reach for other bags at night, but sometimes I do rock this every now and then. But it's a classic, and I can't believe that they're actually discontinuing it, which is really sad. But this to me is another Louis Vuitton classic in my opinion, especially the Monogram as well. After that, what did I get next? After that, I think I purchased myself the Speedy Bandouliere, and this is in the 25 in the Damier Ebene. I got this as a work bag because at the time I was a resident medical officer. I was in my second year of being a doctor, so I was still working in the hospital, and in the hospital when you're a junior doctor you sort of do a lot of running around, and you always need to have your bag full of just crap in case you needed it for a procedure. So this was my work bag for the longest time, and I wore it every day, and it was just so perfect. It's a really nice size to be able to carry, like you know, your stethoscope, even a planner, water bottle, a coffee cup. Like, you can actually fit quite a lot in here. I loved it. It was just such a great go-to bag for me. Now, I couldn't actually decide between this and the Monogram for the longest time, so I did actually end up getting both. With this, what I liked about it was how sort of just functional it was, because it's Damier Ebene. It's sort of just carefree, and you don't even have to worry about spills or anything like that. And because of the print, I felt like this was more work appropriate. But I actually just love the look of like the 25 Speedy because of how cute it is, just how it looks like a little like a mini keephole. So I did actually get both. Like, I haven't actually reached for these two bags this year, just because I've got a lot of smaller crossbody bags that I reach for rather than these. I have found that these are a little bit bulky for me right now. When I reach for a crossbody bag, I've been reaching for something a little bit smaller because I've really learnt to downsize. I thought about selling one of them, but for the time being, I think that I'm just going to hang on to it because I do go back to my bags, and as I said, I don't ever want to regret selling them, and these two bags are just classics in my opinion. So I'm really happy to have them both, and I'm gonna hang on to them a little bit longer. After that, I think the next bag that I got was actually this bag. Now, this is the Pochette Metis. I got this for my 26th birthday, I do believe, and this was after seeing Elle Ferguson rock it constantly, and I was just like in love. I had considered getting this when I was purchasing my first Louis Vuitton bag, but at the time I just felt like I wasn't sure how classic of a piece it was, and I really wanted my first, because I knew how sentimental my first designer handbag was going to be, so I really wanted to opt for a classic. But after I had collected a few more Louis Vuitton bags, I purchased this, and I have not regretted it at all. It's probably one of my most used sort of crossbody Louis Vuitton bags at the moment in terms of like a day-to-day setting, and it's just so versatile. It fits so much, and I really think that it is worth all the hype. I just love this bag, and a few people have had issues with the glazing. I did too. I had to get re-glazed once, but since then I haven't had any issues at all. So still going pretty strong, and I'm pretty happy with how it's held up so far. So that's the Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis. After that, I think the next bag that I got was actually this. So this is the Neverfull MM. This is actually my most used Louis Vuitton handbag out of all of my collection, because I am using it every day pretty much for the past year, and it's just been so good to me. I carry like a lot of things when I go to work. I carry my laptop, I carry papers with me, and so this is actually really heavy, and it doesn't even have my laptop, so I easily bring like 5 kilos worth of stuff with me, and this has been holding up so well. I actually got this secondhand, so I got it for a pretty good deal, and I knew I wanted to get secondhand because I bought this online, and I really just wasn't really happy with how it looked. I don't like how the inside of the new ones has like the straight lines. I really like the fleur-de-lis pattern, and also the cursive writing on the pocket. I can't show you guys because it's just full of so much stuff, and I felt like that little pochette that came with it at the time wasn't functional enough for me to justify an extra like $600. So I really wanted to go the pre-owned route just to get the older version, because I felt like that was more functional for me. And and yeah, I haven't looked back since. Because I got it secondhand, also the straps on here are really comfortable, and you can see they're quite squishy. They're like very malleable, which I am loving, and I actually think that it's still holding up pretty well. This was made in 2008, so it's nearly 10 years old. I've had it for 2 years with me, and I've used it constantly. I am looking to have the leathers replaced at some point, whether it's next year or the year after, because they are getting a bit worn. And luckily with Louis Vuitton, you can actually replace the leather for a fee, but you do just have to make sure that the canvas underneath it is still in good condition, so you don't actually want to wait too long before you replace it. So I do want to get that done eventually, and it'll be like having a brand new bag, which is awesome. The canvas like on this is just still really good, and I do want to do like a what's in my bag / review on this eventually. And then after that, I'm getting a bit confused as to which one I bought, because for 1 year I was just like nuts over Louis Vuitton. I was just like buying a new handbag every month, because once I discovered like the pre-owned, pre-loved market, there was literally nothing holding me back. I was just always on the hunt for a really good like deal on Louis Vuitton, so I'm just going to pick up whatever now. One of my favorite purchases, you guys would have known from my sort of vintage handbag collection, is actually this. This is the GM version of the Montsouris, so this is the largest version. To me, this is more of a functional backpack rather than a stylish backpack because of the web straps. They're very comfortable, and you don't actually have to worry about them getting stained with like sweat marks if it's a hot day. This actually I bought as a refurbishing project. It was quite dirty on the bottom of the patina, and there wasn't a lot of watermarks, but it was just dirty, so I actually cleaned this up pretty well. I got this for a pretty good deal of like I think 400-500 Australian dollars, which is great for the GM version. It's just a dump bag to me. I just use this. I don't worry about it. When it's raining, I don't care, and that's the beauty of getting, you know, secondhand bags. You tend to just not baby them, and you just enjoy them for what they are. So I love this, and it's still going really strong. And again with this, once the leather starts really wearing away, you can still replace it, which is awesome. So that's the GM. Another one of my favorite pre-owned purchases, you guys would have heard me rave on and on about this, is actually my Louis Vuitton Noe GM. This I got for a steal of like $200 or 250 Australian dollars, which is insane. This is probably one of my older bags that I do own. This is about 30 years old. The patina on it is very dark, and I knew that when I got it. And also the leather on the top here is a little bit dry, as you can see, and that sort of explains why I got it for such a good deal. It is authentic, so don't worry about that. All of my bags have been authenticated when I get it pre-owned or secondhand, but I love this bag. I love how dark the caramel of the patina is. I reach for this quite frequently because I think that, you know, when you have an older, more vintage bag, it takes something that's a little bit more sort of loud and outspoken, like a Louis Vuitton print, and it sort of makes it a little bit more modest, in my opinion. And it's sort of a testament as to how amazing like the quality of these bags can be, and how they can really just stand the test of time. So I personally love this bag. I love how worn it is. I love like just everything about it. So this is one of my favorites, and this is another dump bag that I just chuck stuff in there. I don't even worry about it, and it's all G. What I'm going to do is, once the leather sort of dies on me, I'm going to replace it as well, because the canvas on this is indestructible. Like, it's just thick. It's thicker than any other canvas that I've had, except for my Keepall Bandouliere. The canvas on that and this is just insanely like thick. Moving on, so the last few items, I've got 2 more Speedies, and these are the classic Speedies. I am like a Speedy girl through and through. I was obsessed with Speedies for the longest time, and to me at the time I only had the Bandoulières. I really wanted a classic Speedy. I felt like the Bandouliere was a little bit different. It, to me, didn't really replace the classic Speedy. So to me, I felt like I had room in my collection to get a classic Speedy. The first one was this Damier Ebene. I love how the Damier Ebene looks as a classic Speedy style. I just think it looks completely different, and it just looks more sophisticated than if you had the straps on the side. You know, that's my opinion. Obviously, it's a very, very minor detail, but it's a detail that is important to me, so that's why I thought I could justify getting it in the classic Speedy in the 30 as well. And then later on, I actually fell in love with the Damier Azur print. I really wanted a Damier Azur Speedy, so that's why I got it in the size 30 as well. Now, unfortunately, this one actually I will be selling because it's just a little bit too big. I know that I have it in the 30 and I'm happy to keep this, but for some reason, because I guess it's lighter, it looks a lot bigger to me. So I actually want to sell this one and get it in the 25 in the classic. So I still will have 5 Speedies, but I don't know, I really want the 25. It's just so cute and small, but I still really want the Damier Azur as well. But yeah, those are my 2 classic Speedies. And then before that one, I actually remembered I got this one. This was actually my very first ever Damier Azur piece, and this was what inspired this purchase. This is the Louis Vuitton Noe BB. Again, this is something I haven't reached for or worn this year, just because I've had an influx of like Chanel pieces and I've been loving styling those lately. But it's still a gorgeous little piece, and it's definitely something that I want to wear again this summer. It's the Noe BB in Damier Azur. It's in amazing pre-owned condition. Like, the vachetta is still pretty dang light. At the time, I really wanted a Damier Azur. I knew I wanted a light piece. I remember when I first got into Louis Vuitton, I just thought to myself, who would want the Damier Azur? It's so high maintenance, like it color transfers, and then you also have the vachetta. It's just like a nightmare. But then after you know, you've been collecting for a while, you sort of want to venture out into different prints, and this is just a beautiful classic. It's just refreshing, it's light, so it's just nice to wear for summer and when you have lighter clothing. I really like this Noe BB size because it's just a really cute crossbody. As I said, I haven't been reaching for these like Speedies and Noes because even though it is a smaller bag, it's still quite big to me after I've had like the mini and the wok. Like, this is quite a substantial size, so that's why I haven't really been reaching for it. But still a beautiful bag, and definitely one that I will keep in my collection for a while. Beautiful gorgeous bag, and it's just like a bucket bag with like no pockets in the inside. Louis Vuitton Cartouchiere PM, just sort of picked up when I saw it on Christelle Lim. It looks so cute on her. It's sort of the size of the Chanel mini square flap, but sort of like a Louis Vuitton version. It is a lot flatter than the square mini, and this is a vintage piece. This is from 1989, so it's sort of the same age as me. It does come with like a vachetta strap. I've just attached my Pochette Metis onto this because I love how you can sort of mix and match straps. Sometimes I use a thicker web strap, sometimes I use a vachetta strap. It's just, you know, depends on the outfit that I'm wearing. But a beautiful vintage piece. It is older, so you know, it's a little bit more worn, but again, the canvas on this is so sturdy, and the interior is actually lined in leather, which is beautiful, and it's not sticky or peeling at all. This is the strap that it comes with, so it does come with a vachetta strap. And I just love finding like beautiful vintage pieces from Louis Vuitton. They came up with some pretty amazing designs back in the day, and I know that a lot of them are being redesigned into the new collections now, like the St. Cloud, the Montsouris, that's been redesigned. So they really do take inspiration from the older design. So, you know, if you are after Louis Vuitton, it pays to sort of look around and have a look at the pre-owned market, because there are some amazing goodies that you can find, and you can find them for a really good deal. This one I picked up for, I think, 250 Australian dollars, and it came with a strap, and it's, you know, in a pretty good condition. So this is the PM version. They come in the MM and the GM as well if you're looking for something a little bit bigger. I thought I'd mention this, but this is a Pochette accessoire. This is not really a bag, but a lot of people consider it a bag. And I actually recently sold my Monogram version, and now I'm really thinking about getting it in the Damier Azur, whether pre-owned or, you know, brand new. Although the brand new ones now cost about 700 Australian dollars, which is insane for a canvas like little pouch. So I think I'm gonna go pre-owned market. It's just a pretty simple pouch. You can put toiletries in here. You can wear it as like a little wallet. You can wear it as a crossbody bag. You attach 2 straps on here and have it as a little pouch. Very, very versatile, and I really would recommend it. That you can pick so many of these ones up on the secondhand market for a pretty decent price. This is the older version, so it is a lot smaller than the newer ones. But the difference that you're talking about is like double the price. So, you know, you really have to think, is it worth paying that much more for just a little bit more room? As I said, I'm really looking to get a Damier Azur version of this now that I've seen it, because I wouldn't mind incorporating Damier Azur into my outfits again. I just really love crossbody bags, so I think I would be able to wear Damier Azur more if it was like in a smaller bag rather than like a big handbag. So yeah, that's that one. And then finally, but certainly not the least, I think the last Louis Vuitton bag that I purchased is actually this one, Alma BB, and this was a bag that my boyfriend purchased for me. This was like the final Louis Vuitton bag that I really, really wanted to get, and I was going to purchase it myself, and then he actually surprised me by getting it for me for our anniversary / Christmas present, which is really, really sweet and just lovely. So it's a BB version of the Alma, and it is the cutest little thing. You can wear it as a crossbody, as a shoulder. You can wear it handheld. It does come with a Pochette, which I actually want to take to Louis Vuitton and get like heat stamped with a love heart, because I got it as an anniversary present, and it also does come with a strap. So I think a bang for your buck. This bag is amazing because of all the accessories it comes with, all the leather it comes with. It also comes with like a key lock as well, which is awesome. So this is like a real value for money bag in my opinion, and if you want something that's a little bit different to like a Speedy, this would be amazing, and I highly recommend it. It is a little bit fussy in terms of, you know, packing things in it because of the shape. You see how it's angular like that. It does fit a lot, but not too much, and it's not super bulky. So beautiful little bag, and I just love her. She's so cute, and I love it in the Damier Ebene, and it's just got this beautiful red interior lining there. So that is it. That is my handbag collection. I hope I didn't talk you guys' ear off for too long. As much as I wanted to show you everything that I have, I did want to touch on them a little bit just to make it more useful to anyone who's watching and who are actually looking at purchasing any of the bags, just to give you an opinion on what I think of them. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you can give this video a thumbs up. It's a lot of work actually filming these like collection videos, because they do take a bit of time, because I have so many to share. This is like my 3rd time filming this, so I would really love it if you hit the like button on this video, and also if you want to see the 3rd installment of this handbag collection, make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell. If you are interested on seeing me style any of the bags that I've shared with you, check out my Instagram and my blog. That's where I post a lot of photos of these bags, you know, outfits that I would wear with them. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to watch this lengthy video with me. Hopefully you guys had a beautiful Christmas and a happy new year, and I wish you guys all the good things to come this year. I love you guys. Thank you so much for you know, sticking by me, for supporting me. As always, hope you guys have a wonderful week or weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.